So if this was a subject and there was exam questions about it, I'm pretty sure everybody here, or most here, would probably be able to rattle off some answer about what this thing is supposed to be about. And if it was a subject that could be talked about, it would, though, be apart. It would be over there and it could be observed by someone. And if it was a subject, it also could be bound by words and a description. How dull would that be? But the reason that it can't essentially be talked about or known or had is, in the first instance, there's nothing there that can have anything. It immediately appears as this face in front of you with glasses and a hat and a screen. It immediately appears as the thoughts. It immediately appears as hearing that this can't be spoken about. So it appears as absolutely everything. It floods the senses as thoughts, as feelings, as hearing, as whatever is immediately happening. And so then really there's nothing here in this meeting that is going to shine a light or make anything clear, or it is possible, I suppose, that certain beliefs might be held tight, might dissolve away, but it's not to do with anyone. It's not to do with any kind of endeavors. It's a sort of a free gathering where it is just, mystery is immediately just hearing. It's immediately whatever response. So it's like living, breathing, and feeling, thinking as you. So yeah. But obviously, in this game of seeking for answers, it sometimes can be imagined, or it can be imagined that an answer will appear and everything will suddenly be clear, and then I'll start talking like this bald hat-wearing Irish person, because I'll know what this is all about. But this bald Irish person seems to organize a meeting only to say that that this is a total fucking mystery, and that in actual fact there's no answers here at all, and there is most immediately a response, it seems, to questions that appear, but they're not actually answering anything, and they're not speaking to anyone. And that's not, in a way, sort of being, you know, purposefully mystic, mysterious, because nothing is known here, and nothing happens at all, at all, at all. But actually, unfortunately, the nothing happening is what is looked for. But it's incredibly dissatisfying. You can't have nothing, and you can't not have nothing. There is only nothing appearing as this, just talking. So, so it's a total mystery that these sorts of gatherings appear to happen. It's a total mystery that there may be questions. The whole fucking thing's a mystery from start to finish. And there's not anyone anywhere, but there's boundless, wonderful stories. So let's have a go. Let's have a crack at this. And if there's anything that's there to be asked or said or commented in the box there, then just go for it. Unmute yourself and let's see what fucking happens, as they say. Worst introduction ever. Anyway, here we go.
I agree.
Hiya.
Um, I forgot why this is nothing.
What's that?
I forgot why this is nothing.
Why this is nothing? What do you mean
Yeah,
why?
I don't know.
Nothing appearing to happen. Or call it uh stars dancing or a load of shit or
Stuff,
whatever. It's not like then it suddenly can be known as nothing happening. It's
stuff.
just it's no thing appearing to happen is as good as any way of expressing that which can't be expressed, no thing.
Like no one thing.
Well, if there were things, there'd be things that are apart. So what part is a part exactly that are, so it's sort of like, it's not like then suddenly the sentence, oh, this is nothing happening, makes this all, it's a pretty dull sentence, really. But, you could say this is everything then, or it's immediately, inescapably, just hearing immediately, inescapably. It's alive as this. And even alive, it's just no words are going to come close. Or, thankfully, you can't get it right. Like, it's not like it's further away from getting the words wrong. It's getting the words wrong. And it's not even wrong. It's just words then. It doesn't matter. But it's this, right?
Yeah,
Just simply talking, and whatever then is thought or felt or responded, and it's as that. So you can't get any closer or further away to trying to get to that sort of, that question appearing. It is as that question. Or I mean, even saying you can't say it, but fuck it, like it's swimming, free falling, dancing as a parent meeting with screens and all that.
yeah,
Like let's play the game of There's no non-duality, there's no meeting, there's no coming to this meeting, there's no life, there's no explanation for it, there's no anything at all. No word will get close, no answer, no parent here or God here to make this all clear. So then, what the fuck is this? What is it not? But it's like swimming in mystery. It's like full to the brim electrically as this. Well, that's what this mat seems to be. It's kind of like going, look, it's this, but it's not like it's saying, look, it's this. But it's not like it's a personal knowledge then that it's this or I'd whistle, maybe, don't know, I'd sing or laugh or start crying. Hopefully not. But like, who knows? You know what I mean?
It's just words saying this.
Well, I suppose you see everything if we forget this idea of non-duality, of this concept of non-duality, of meetings, of liberation, of enlightenment, of life, of death, of family, of friends, of me, of you, of all this explanations for this, all these kind of objects that make this real. And if not one word appears then and makes it real or solid or hold honorable to,
I heard words I don't understand.
right? Yeah, well, I mean,
Just words.
just words, it doesn't matter. It's suddenly just saying that, like, so you see, you didn't say that, it's just was said, you know what I mean? It's like, it's fucking hell.
Yeah.
Recently, this thought came that said the kind of love I'm used to is the kind of love where I get something and I give something.
Mm.
Like that's the, that's the rule about love as far as I'm concerned. And then whatever this is, that can't really be talked about. But sometimes people refer to it as love.
Yeah,
Or
unconditional love. But unconditional love loses, it's better almost to kill the word love because it's so laden down with all this meaning and heaviness. Unconditional love then is without condition of any description. So then to say unconditional love includes hate, oh, that doesn't fit. But
yeah,
unconditional love appears as hate.
yeah.
Hate, like full on fucking hate. I hate this. I hate it. But
Yeah,
if it was conditioned, then it'd be wholly most likely, and it would all be one side of the coin of, like, it's so fucking boring that it would be this idea of goodness, all good and holy and this way. It's such a rigidity of, it's like wanting it to fit into an image, squeeze it tight into an absolute image of itself, let's just say, of what it should be, how it could be, and all the dreams that's heard of how it might be someday. But it'll have to fit into a picture of that. And what then when the milk's gone off and he pours into the coffee? I mean, is there a reaction that it's just, oh, that's wonderful, there's just what's appearing to happen, I'm not even bothered, or do you fucking go nuts? I don't know. So it's free. It's utterly, boundlessly free, but free also to be constrained.
Yeah, I'm with you on the love part. Like I'm kind of astounded by how loaded it is and how many ideas are and how it's connected to seeking in a specific way. Like a lot of the aim in relationship to seeking is to become more loving or get love from the teachers or whatever, all that stuff, that going after stuff was or is.
Yeah, it's sort of a feeds itself cycle of needing each other almost, the teacher and the student, and it's quite comforting and addictive. But I'd almost, it's the same as Mommy and Daddy took in unit night. It really is. You're getting
Yeah,
there now. You're doing very well. Just keep
yeah,
going on that path. Oh,
yeah,
thank you. So you know what well looks like then.
yeah.
You know
And keep
what's
giving
good
them
looks like.
cues
So you know the way. And then, like I said at the very start, then we're back in the subject of how it should be, of
yeah,
arriving to knowledge. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. And immediately hearing nothing happens, it seems like that is objectified, even that. Nothing happens. For a moment, it can be, let's say, taken, and then it's almost spat out, as in either nothing must be something wonderful or devastating, or it's nothing at all. Nothing happens.
and you can't.
Nothing happens at all. Not one tiny change, not one hair on the head is touched.
Some friends and I, when we were talking about this, we ended up looking, uh, we were talking about how, there's 100 words for snow with the Eskimos, but we've got this one word for love. And so somebody said, well, the Greeks had more words for it. So we looked up the Greek definitions of love, and every single one of them was just some version of something positive still.
Mm.
There isn't anything in words that is
Mm.
this, that is this. There isn't anything in words really. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's the creation of images, really. It's like paintings in the mind almost. It's like an image of what it, and then I mean, okay, there might be one word for love, but there's a gazillion different images of what that love might be appearing.
yeah,
A gazillion from one little word.
yeah.
But it's just it's a sound, love. It's like when a petal withers. I mean, it's all beautiful when it's brand new on a flower. It's stunning. And then when it withers and the little part kind of closes in and it turns brown and then falls away, that's not beautiful. It's images held of how life should be rosy and pink. Um, you know, so it's like, yeah, what you're saying, this positive thing, it's all it's duality in a sense, really.
Yeah. Frank, are you okay? I mean, I don't mean that. I just wanted to check in.
No.
Yeah,
Go on.
you're gone.
No one asked, but I think of unconditional love as yes, why not to everything.
Mm.
And
you know, just then asking you if you were okay, the impulse, like, it's funny. I mean, I know there's no figuring it out, but like there's some kind of there's some kind of expression where if it looks like someone's having a rough time or suffering, there's some kind of thing that says that's wrong. That says, like, if you're having a rough time, if you're having a rough day or whatever, like there's some impulse that thinks, oh, something has to be done about this. And it was just exactly what we were talking about a few minutes ago, which is number one, who knows? There isn't anyone there. But I don't mean to put that as an overlay, like whatever is there could still be, you know, could still be intense or pissed off or whatever. I mean, it can happen to no one. But the impulse to manipulate it or to change it or to make it rosy, exactly what you're talking about. It's funny that way.
Well, it's just is how it is, and that could include doing something about it. It could include going for a walk or whatever the fuck. You know, there was never anyone. There isn't anyone doing anything ever. So what do you do with all that, like? So then this whole idea of someone and no one and all that, that's just another story, like, sorry. It's not like then there's a no one that's a someone. It's then trying to imagine there's already no one anywhere. So there's no Maureen saying that, and there's no Frank here responding. So it's all a lovely story and all that. But so then all there is what's appearing to happen, including feeling royally fucked off, feeling joyous or whatever the fuck. Just, but you can't do feeling pissed off. How do you do that? Can somebody put it in a book? Because then there'd be the other book of how I'm going to do the not pissed off. Can I have the not pissed off book? How do you breathe? How do you think, feel, see, hear, fucking anything? The whole lot, like, is a mystery. So, you know. Yeah, I see a hand up. Just go for it. Just ask whatever. I think Jasmine, go for it and ask whatever you want to ask. Very polite. Or maybe the hand is up by accident. No. If you wanted to ask a question, Jasmine, just to unmute yourself and ask it, or you can put a comment in the box there.
Hi, Frank.
Hiya.
It took me a minute to figure out how to unmute myself on my phone. I don't usually tune in from my phone. A few weeks ago, I sent you an email asking if you'd be willing to talk about how, if and how your 5-MeO experience
Did I
changed
reply
your
to you?
relationship to this message. No, well, you said come to a meeting.
Oh,
And
right.
I come to the meeting that night, and I didn't get it till the next day. And this is the first time I've been able to come to the meeting.
Okay, yeah. Go for it, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Ask it there again.
Yeah. So did your experience with 5-MeO change your relationship to this message at all?
Well, so I didn't have a relationship with anything, and there isn't a message, so sorry about that.
Yeah, I get that too.
But the let's just say 5-MeO was an experience, and let's say, looking at a blade of grass is also, let's say, an experience that might happen, or going for a walk, or drinking a cup of coffee, or opening a bottle of whiskey and getting stuck in, or talking with a friend, or eating cornflakes, or having a donut. But in the scheme of, let's say, day-to-day living, that 5-MeO seems to have it seems to be a bigger experience. There's probably a lot more to say about it versus the normal run of things, but it was just an experience and something that appeared to happen. So it's, you see, in the lovely story of life, I definitely had imagined that, well, if I do this, all will be revealed. Let's just say, if I do this one thing, and or if I do whatever else I got up to, then it'll all be revealed. And it was all a sort of a seeking thing, and I seemed to be like one of those that just, it just seemed to be how I did it. But no, it was just another experience, unfortunately.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought you'd say. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Nothing can be held on to. And really, there's just not anyone in this free fall that can hold on to anything. It's a lifing, aliving. If there was someone in the system in there that could hold on to the various elements of life, then they'd hold on to a certain experience, and they'd hold that experience up as being the singular experience, that everything was revealed. All the while, this simple talking and this suddenness of hearing the sound of a voice and whatever thoughts are appearing, all the while, it is appearing then as this. So, like, it is timelessly like the sand flowing through one of those sand timers. There isn't, it is utterly timeless. So, like, there isn't a moment that can be held on to. There isn't a thought that can be held on to, a feeling, a sensation, a breath, a moment. There isn't a moment of any description. So in essence, really, that's the why, or that's the I don't know. Not a single moment in an apparent life can be held on to, apart from an old memory, maybe in pictures that might appear. It's like falling immediately, inescapably through the senses as whatever is, collapsing and rebooting in every breath.
Sometimes it seems like it's presented like as if it's a shame that the immediacy is overlooked in looking for like a conditional experience, but it sounds like what you're saying is that the overlooking the immediacy is included.
Is it? Yeah, then it's this, then that's it, yeah. And there isn't even immediacy. It's just fully as whatever is.
Can I comment on what's apparently happening?
Absolutely.
Um, like for a long time, I have found that what other people seem to be feeling, I will feel that. And so I found, a lot of joy in being alone. And anyway, recently I had a realization that I don't actually have to feel what other people are feeling, like if someone is angry or whatever. And that's, sort of, there's been some lasting element to that, but not entirely. And, just for example, I woke up today very happy and went into my work, which is very dark, and ended up feeling a lot of negative energy, which is fine. But then I came to this meeting and I just just cried for like 5 minutes straight. And then now I'm like, can play with my dog. So, like, what is that?
Well, it's just what's appearing to happen.
But there must be, I mean, I couldn't do anything else to have that result. Like,
And
and obviously the whole time I'm attributing that to you, and I'm thinking, thank God
yeah.
for this
So
wonderful man.
what? So what part is anyone doing exactly?
Mm, I don't know, maybe you're doing something.
Oh, right, brilliant. Yeah, imagine it's just wonderful imagination, really. That's all. That's great. But it's all there is immediately, inescapably what's appearing to happen. That have to what part of life of this thing, but let's say it's called life of this that's happening can be held onto or interfered with or influenced or anything at all. So the mystery appears as crying as much as it does appears like getting up and feeling happy in the morning and then being pissed off at work. It appears as everything.
Yeah.
So you're not in there doing a single thing, but that's not something to realize or get, because already there's no one in there doing the thinking, feeling fucked off, and suddenly crying. How do you do the suddenly crying? Well, I mean, you probably can if you prepare yourself as an actor and think about something dreadfully sad, maybe if for a role in a movie.
Definitely.
But appears as tears, then that's what's happening. Nothing special, or everything is special.
Mm. There's something, it just always goes back to there's something to get that you have.
Yeah.
And I want it so I can give it away too. I don't necessarily want to, get what I want or something. It just seems so beautiful that there can be a meeting like this where there's less complication.
Well, it does, no matter what's said, it's always imagined that uh well, he's got something, even if it's nothing. Nothing like, because nothing is unimaginable, but then that's even imagined. Oh God, nothing. What's nothing? Nothing. Replace the word with nothing with a blank.
Right.
So
Yeah.
no, absolutely zero. I don't
Yeah.
even have the sound of my voice, and nor do you, or any breath, or any thought like, and including any seeking. Oh well, he's definitely still got something, or whatever the fuck. That's also just what's appearing. And you can't do that or not do it. It's just what happens, or what appears to happen.
Hmm. So what's the idea of speaking from nothing?
One, we're back in the game of nothing being a place then.
Yeah.
It is just immediately talking. So it's in this, it's just it just meeting appearing to happen. And but and in a wonderful sense, it's a total mystery that there's apparent meeting, but it's also a mystery that that question was asked. And you know, in a way, because this is utterly purposeless, it does expose how everything is a total mystery. There isn't really meeting, there isn't non-duality, there isn't any safe ground or place to hang a hat on. And if you were in there trying to hold this whole universe together and do the breathing at the same time, as much as women are better multitaskers than men, it just simply wouldn't happen. So amazingly, the thinking and the worrying and the feelings and the thoughts and the hearing and the everything, just what happens, it's just what appears to happen. You never did a fucking thing, including all the worrying or all the anxiety or all the happiness, joy, frustration, rage, everything. It's full on everything, but you can't have it. Nor can you have your attempt to want to have it either. It's just what happens. Plus, it would be heavy, this universe and everything that's happening, to carry.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It is a struggle a bit, like the previous person was just talking about. There's like a feeling, and maybe it's just it's a personal, maybe imagination about what this is talking about, but it feels like attractive, like as if this subject or is different, like this being here is different than whenever I go back into work in half an hour. Like there's an excitement that seems like this is different from having breakfast.
Thank you.
Are you and Kenneth gonna do the YouTube live thing?
Oh, sure, we've been talking about it for 6 months. We'll see what happens.
Any day, any
Hmm?
day.
Any day, yeah. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. There's talk of going camping and bringing a broadband and doing something, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
So how is this different from having breakfast?
How is what different than having breakfast?
You were saying this
Well,
is
having
different.
breakfast is having breakfast, and parent meeting. This is this. So, and then feeling that it might be different is also feeling like it might be different.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
I don't know if it's great.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, it's what's happening anyway. That's for sure.
The funny thing about, well, it's what's happening, and that's for sure, is that there's nothing known about what's happening.
Oh.
It's funny that way.
But like that's it's all the knowings are elsewhere. This is just an empty vessel, apparently responding, going, but I could go, but it doesn't seem like I could go. I don't know. Probably nobody would, turn up or whatever, but it could be that could be the response. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like that's the response. So that's then how, whatever. I don't know how to do responses or not, but maybe. I don't know. That's going to be the new response. That's great. I like that one actually. I don't know. What are you asking me for? Well, you did invite questions now, Frank. Just all right. Okay. Sorry.
I know that I'm not supposed to take anything useful from this message, but last night it was so clear to me how there are no relationships,
Yeah.
and that there's only the narrative that we create, the story we tell ourselves about relationships. And it felt very freeing
Mm.
because I didn't have to carry the baggage of that relationship into each moment. I could let it be new in that moment. And it just seems so much more authentic
You see,
to
you
not
can't do that
carry
or
that
not.
You
You can't do that or not do that, though.
right. Well, it was
That's just what's
happening.
happening, yeah. And
Yeah, it
it's
was
like that.
happening.
It's
Yeah.
just there isn't, but it's suddenly it's just a story, really. But it doesn't negate the sort of interactions of relationships and the dynamics and the suddenly, relationships the wrong word, but it's the suddenly interacting and an explosive argument, a falling in love, or whatever. It's just the
Right.
rest then is just a story about relationships. My wife, my whatever, my child, my everything, and
Right.
they're almost then your identity.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just then what happens. Yeah, can be like that though. It's just yeah, boom.
Well, there was conflict, but then I didn't have to create a story or no story was created around that conflict. And that felt freeing. And I was grateful for that, that I didn't have to carry that into the next moment.
Okay.
And I didn't do it, I guess. I'm not doing this. Life is living me. I understand that. But I was just grateful, I guess, for that happening.
Well, amazingly, like there's no one saying that there.
Right.
So isn't that amazing? Isn't that
Yes.
wonderfully freeing? That no
Yes.
one's saying that and no one's thinking those thoughts about relationships. It's just what happens, what appears to be
Yeah.
happening. So there isn't a life living a you.
Right.
It's
Well,
just
this is all a story. Everything that comes out of our mouths is a story.
yeah, totally. Everything's everything, including saying it's a
Yes.
story, is also that.
Yes.
Just what
Yes.
happens. So
Yes.
yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
Frank, did you ever drink, I know Ireland is sort of famous for its whiskeys. Did you ever drink Redbreast Irish whiskey?
Yes, I have.
It is astounding.
It is a tasty beverage. Indeed. Yeah.
Phew,
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
recommend that.
Yeah.
Beautiful, yeah.
Mm. Let's talk to them about sponsorship, actually. That'd be great. Somebody to sponsor the videos. Red Breast, that'd be a great one. Thanks for that. I'll tag them in this.
Yes,
That's what you do on the internet. I'll tag them now. We'll see. You never know. I mean, it's possible. Unknowing, sponsored by Red Breast. That'd be great.
I love that.
Yeah, be brilliant. Free case as well, top of a load of money. That'd be brilliant.
Well, hello, Frank.
Hi, Bernard.
Not too bad. I was just going to say, I wonder, did Maureen take a little drop of it that before she came on the meeting? Redbreast goes back to the 1940s. However, I just wanted to say, I learned absolutely nothing here tonight. Absolutely
Brilliant.
nothing.
Well, I'm just
And
going to make a note of that, and I'm going to give you an A.
yeah.
Like
And
I said at the very start, you've got an A in the exam.
And I intend coming back again the next time to learn absolutely nothing.
Brilliant. Do you know what? On tap, like nothing on tap.
Thanks, Frank. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.